Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on our good friend NBRI, North Bay Resources Incorporated. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. With that being said, this chart has truly been, a genuinely strong, beastly chart, and I mean that in all of the right senses. It's pretty crazy to think that the first time I did the video chart, started tracking this, was during this period here where we had this longer term ascending triangle. We had the breakout here on nice volume, and then as we quickly go through the history, you can see another pullback there. Notice how the 50-day simple moving average held, went on to put another high, consolidated it again here, pulled back. Once again, look right where it came down to, the 50-day simple moving average, and now more recently has exploded up to higher highs. So from literally down here to right around 4 cents when the coverage started, to now over 20 cents. Truly a monster. So I do want to get this updated here, and there's some pretty exciting things going on with the chart, especially when we pull up the weekly. But one step at a time. I kind of already ruined the surprise a little bit, but the 50-day bottom line, this is the key moving average, and this is the key support level. Every time the price has come down here, as you can see here, and then hovered right around here, it has provided support. And I know it's only at 11 cents now, and the price is way up there, but remember, I know a lot of people are in this for the longer term, and from the longer term perspective, you want to look at the longer term moving averages, and that's where the 50 comes into play. So yes, technically, the price could come all the way down here, bounce around before heading back up. And as long as that's the case, you're going to have this uptrend continue. And for the really long-term players, the argument could be made, and you want to be totally wrong that the overall broad chart, as long as the price remains above the 200-day simple moving average, but nobody would want to see it drop down that far. So we're just going to stick with the 50-day. And the other reason for that is history has shown that this has been the level of support. Once again, here you can see it, and then right here. Now we're going to go to the weekly chart because, like I said, there's some very nice things going on here, and this is what we'll need for future levels of resistance. But for all argument's sake, the chart's essentially in blue sky breakout territory. But the key thing here is check out that right there. And what I'm pointing out is this purple line about to cross up, I should say, through this orange line. This is the 50-week simple moving average that is about to cross upwards through the 200-week simple moving average. And for those that understand charting, that is the very famous golden cross. Now, this is not a leading indicator. It is based on it's a lagging indicator because it's based on past events, meaning moving averages. But what it really does is confirm that this truly is a strong upwards move. Now, not that we necessarily needed it, as you can see by the higher lows, but any textbook, any website will tell you that a golden cross is definitely a good thing. And when you get it on the weekly chart, that's just all the more powerful because the weekly is such a longer term time frame. So big event right here. And then we look down here at volume. Check out this stair step volume each and every week for the past 3 weeks. Actually, I should say the past 4 weeks. Here was the last consolidation day where we got the hammer candle, and then the weekly chart has just basically hopped on steroids again and has been just skyrocketing back up. For a shorter term area of support, ideally, if you were to ask me, hey, what's the ideal level that you would like to see hold as support? My answer to that would be the 16-cent level. Now, is it required? Should you go freak out if the price drops below it? Absolutely not. As the chart has shown, pullbacks for it have been very healthy. But ideally, 16-cent level we want to see hold. But at the end of the day, going back to the daily chart, we want to see the 50-day simple moving average hold, as that'll really provide the biggest sign of strength for the chart. And then real quick, if I scrunch things up, you can basically see that there's a split here. So as far as I'm concerned, we're in blue sky breakout territory. We could count some of these other things, but that's looking way in the past, and there's been some changes with the stock. So for charting sake and for simplicity's sake, it's more than safe to classify this as a blue sky breakout chart. So if there are any other questions on it, please let me know. If not, one more time, this was NBRI, North Bay Research. Resource Incorporated, and enjoy your weekends.